one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From CBS News, we get this story update. Amber Guyger, the former Dallas police officer convicted of murdering 26-year-old accountant Botham Jean in his apartment 6 years ago, was ordered, now this is an update, was ordered to pay the Jean family $98.6 million in a civil trial last Wednesday. Guyger was convicted 6 years ago in the shooting and killing Jean in his apartment, which she said she thought was her own apartment. She's currently serving a 10-year prison sentence for murder. Now, Guyger told authorities she confused Botham's apartment for her own. Her body-worn camera was not recording during the shooting because she was off duty. She appealed the conviction but lost her appeal 2 years ago. She became eligible for parole on September 29th of this year. Now, the civil lawsuit against her accuses the former police officer of using excessive force in Botham Jean's death. Attorneys for the Jean family, which includes civil rights attorney Ben Crump, released the following statement after the verdict. This verdict stands as a powerful testament to Botham's life and the profound injustice of his death. On September 6, 2018, Botham was doing nothing more than sitting in his home eating ice cream when Amber Guyger, an off-duty officer, wrongly entered his apartment and fatally shot him. This case laid bare critical issues of racial bias and police accountability that cannot be ignored. Today's verdict sends a clear message that law enforcement officers who commit crimes cannot be insulated from their consequences of their actions. End quote. Attorneys for the Jean family say they most likely will not ever see any of the $98.6 million verdict, and they insist they wanted to make sure that Guyger could never profit financially from having killed Botham Jean. They said they are exploring legal options to hold the city of Dallas, of course, accountable and urging people in Dallas to demand change and more from city leaders. Now, Guyger chose not to attend the trial in Dallas. I guess talking about the civil trial. I guess she could have went because, yeah, but she's in prison. But this is a thing where a couple of things here and I'm done. Listen, hold on. A couple of things. One, this is kind of an example to all police officers that look, times are a changing. Even though you may be a police officer, you commit a crime, not only can you now be convicted and sentenced, you can be charged civilly in civil court for wrongful death. That's the first thing. The second thing, talking about the $98 million, they said they probably will never see the $98 million verdict. Yeah, I don't think Amber Guyger is going to be able to pay you $98 million. Because not only is she a former police officer, which means she's not a cop anymore, so she doesn't have an income, but when she gets out of prison, where she's at now, she's going to be a convicted felon. So I don't think dishwashing money is going to pay that $98 million back. And while she's incarcerated right now, I don't think that she's going to be able to make enough license plates to pay that $98 million. I don't think it's happening. So there you go. They're probably never going to see that $98 million. And also, if you're a cop and you think I commit crime, I got a badge, times are a changing. Adam Coy, Derek Chauvin, Amber Guyger. Should I go on and on and on? All the cops that are getting convicted right now? Times are a changing, guys.